Hello, and welcome back once again to Belmont Bunch. Today we're talking about the Islanders forwards and where we can move contracts, who's going to go where, and what can we expect next year if there are no other additions to this lineup externally. Top six probably stays exactly intact. Barzal, once he gets signed, it's pretty clear. The bottom six, the fourth line's not really the issue. It's all the third line, ladies and gentlemen. I think it was pretty clear in the playoffs when we were playing a man down on the third line and just not playing them very much because it's not very good. As you can see, Michael Dal-Cole and Leo Komarov. Leo Komarov is circled because I would like to get rid of his contract. He adds nothing offensively to the Islanders. He appears to be a very liked player in the locker room, but pretty much everybody on this team is. So, and also it's a business, so you got to do what's best for the team. And Komarov's contract, maybe attach one of the second-round picks we just got from the Devon Taves trade, and you ship him off to Ottawa, Buffalo, somewhere with a lot of cap space. Fourth line, Martin. It's been reported by Arthur Staple, who I will take extremely seriously because he tends to get these things right. Martin looks like he's coming back. He had 7 potential suitors and chose to stick it out with the Islanders. They had a gentleman's agreement to, circle back to each other, and it looks like they are. So, Ross Johnston probably still just fills in on the fourth for either Clutterbuck or Martin, depending on who's hurt. And also for breathers for Martin, possibly, or Clutterbuck. So, yeah, Johnston will still figure in, probably exclusively at the NHL level. There's not a lot of jobs up for grab at forward. If you move Komarov and you send Dal-Cole down, which I think is a real possibility, because look at the depth in the minors, and it's a decent group here. You've got prospect, Hosang. He's his own category because he's an enigma. But Bellows, Wahlstrom, Kovila have all played NHL minutes while still being very young and basically still being prospects. But it would be very interesting. Bellows showed pretty well in his brief stint with the Isles. And Wahlstrom still looks like he's putting stuff together, but he's been playing really well in Europe. So that is something to look out for. Dal-Cole, I know everybody said, it's said that he's good defensively, but I'd like to get a little bit more scoring out of that line while not sacrifice. I honestly wouldn't mind sacrificing a little bit of defense on that line if it meant an increased scoring output. Pajot is a playmaker. Give him something to work with. Komarov and Dal-Cole, just not something to work with. We'll say it like that. Bellows and Wahlstrom, that's something to work with. Hosang, my dreams for his reclamation on the island, still not looking great, considering Lou Lamoriello said he was surprised that Hosang declared arbitration, or is going for arbitration. So probably not a great sign there. I don't think Lou likes to be surprised at all. So probably not going to go well for Josh. Probably means trade, which actually could go well for him. He could go somewhere and play well, but we'll see. Kovila, more of a grinding bottom sixer in the vein of Cizikas, I've heard. But I like that. And we'll see if he maybe gets, because I've heard he can play center. So maybe if Cizikas' eye thing is still an issue by the regular season start, either Bardreau or Kovila could have a shot at that. Remember, the Islanders took Kovila with them to the bubble, so they like him. That's what that is. Greer came via a trade from Kyle Burrows, and that was a minor league depth trade because Bridgeport has not been doing great. And I thought Bridgeport last year was going to be really, really good because Bellows, Wahlstrom, Ladd, obviously, even though he slowed down a lot, I would think at the AHL level could be a great leader. AHL, something probably needs to change. That isn't just the personnel. Hopefully, we get a better AHL coach down there at some point, hopefully. because we'd like for them to experience some success before they come to the NHL. Just a thing. But center depth, a little, it's okay. You know, like, I think they got to be ready for, you know, Cizikas hopefully is okay, but you have to be ready in case he isn't. That's why you have Kovula, Baradro, and Zarnik, because I've seen that he plays pretty much every forward position, and I know that he's played NHL minutes with Calgary, so he's got a good shot at that if Casey is still experiencing issues with his eye. So that's a good little depth signing. That's good. I like that. Outside of that, Ladd, I think, stays in the minors, but give up the dreams of him going to long-term IR or retiring. He played in the playoffs. I think he's healthy enough to play. He's not going to just help us out cap-wise by retiring or, you know, declaring himself unfit to play. Guy looks like he wants to play. We saw the workout videos. The guy wants to play. It doesn't matter which level it's at. He wants to play, which is good. You want that, and hopefully he can captain Bridgeport to a playoff berth this year. All right, who else? Holmstrom, probably another year. Definitely needs a little bit more time in the minors. Greer, we went over. Blade Jenkins, probably some AHL time could be good for him. And, yeah, that's about it. Jobst, I don't know, actually. I don't remember how it's pronounced. I know he scored a game winner in the preseason, which was almost exactly a year ago. Or over a year ago. Oh my God, this year has been awful. If there's anybody we could bring in externally, obviously Hoffman would be great, but that requires maybe a Komarov and Boychuk to move, to free up that money, to sign Barzal, Pulock. Martin, we'll see, probably a cheap contract for Martin. And, yeah, they got to clear up some money because they're also going to have to pay Sorokin next year and Beauvillier next year. And so you get the picture. Money has to move. Duclair is also an option for like a $1.5 million gimme, show me contract, kind of like Leonard was. And is kind of my favorite right now because he's played with Pajot. So that would be interesting. If you're not quite ready on Wallstrom and you're able to move Komarov and Dalcol is going to the minors, you call up Bellows and you get Duclair. And Duclair can play up and down that lineup on the top three lines. Anyway, that's the video. I know, it's done. I hope the cricket didn't annoy you too much. And we'll see you next time, hopefully for trade news. But that's it. Thank you for liking and subscribing. And if you haven't, please do. And we'll see you next time.